Welcome to my discussion board number two. Um, Here's my presentation on the on-demand air travel and the Oklahoma expansion that we have set up for this fictional company. So first off, taking a look at the Excel spreadsheet, it was pretty daunting. Thankfully, those videos really helped out. Um, but as I was going through it, I looked up the total COO stats, um, and it kind of seemed to look like the total stats for miles without the Afton expansion was 30,867.8 miles with 7 overnights. And adding on to the Afton expansion will obviously increase that with that number right there, and even increase it to 12 overnights. What was really interesting was the 221.1 hours of travel time. That's both flight and ground time. Never really considered all the kind of small travel times that go in there, such as the airport to, all the way through security, and then landing, getting on the ground all the way to the job site. But anyway, that ended up being 221.1 hours, it seemed. Um, the airline model I found very interesting, actually, just because I never really considered companies using the airlines as much. But with the travel time, with the flight and ground time, I put both the without and the with expansion here, kind of just to illustrate what was going to happen with this new expansion. But without it, it ended up being 751.7 hours of total travel time with 55 overnights. Then it increases to 876.5 hours and 63 overnights. Pretty drastic increase, it seems. And estimated, this is what really got me was the cost. Without the expansion, it was $70,000, 577, or $70,577, excuse me. And then that increased by almost 14,000 to $84,017. So definitely a drastic increase, even with just one site expansion, which kind of goes to show, especially how much on-demand service or on-demand air service can really go for a company. The two aircraft that I picked were the King Air 250 and the Citation M2. King Air 250 is the turboprop engine. This ended up being roughly 206.7 hours of ground and flight time, as compared to the much higher numbers before, and the 669.8 hours saved. So the numbers that we saw a couple slides earlier, subtracted the 206.7 out of it, or found the difference between the two, ended up being 669.8 hours saved. The Citation M2, pretty much as expected, as it is a twin jet engine. It has 184.2 hours ground and flight time, with 692.3 hours saved, which at first didn't really seem like that much of a difference, but I'm sure over time it does make a huge difference. Here's just an aircraft overview. I thought this would make a much easier kind of explanation for it. The aircraft hours for the King Air 250, as it is slower than the Citation M2, is about 129.1 hours. Of course, this doesn't factor in climb and descent and holds and any other kind of delays that could go in. But overall, straight shot seems like it would be 129 to 130 hours. Employee hours, so that's both flight and ground time, it'd be 206.7 hours, like I said, and then again, there's the time saved. For the Citation M2, the aircraft hours not as high as the King Air 250, which is just 106.6 hours. The employee hours ended up being 142.2, and the time saved ended up being 692.3 hours. So overall, going back to the airline model, definitely seems like the on-demand aircraft that this company would be investing in would definitely be saving many hundreds of hours in both travel time, overnights, as well as probably thousands of dollars in savings. But that's pretty much it. So thank you for listening. Look forward to reading any replies. Thanks.